How's it going, everyone on YouTube? Today I'm going to show you guys how to install Anytime Backup and Front Camera for a 2016 and 2017 Toyota Tacoma. This is a full kit, front and rear, with the bypass switch and a relay. You can get it on anytimebackupcamera.com. And first things first, you're going to go ahead and unclip this panel. Pretty simple, just kind of pull it off. I kind of already took the lead on it and took it off. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 clips. Pretty easy to take off. And you want to go on to the next step. You're going to use a 10mm extension with a socket and a small ratchet. And then you're going to go ahead and remove the 4 mounted screws that are holding your receiver. Okay. And it should just come right out. From the supplied hardware, locate the 24-pin connector from the back of the receiver and unplug it like that. You're gonna plug this one in here, and then the supplied harness into your stereo. Next step, you're gonna remove the smaller pin, and then to the supplied hardware, go ahead and plug that in there, and then you're gonna connect V-mount to the male of the original vehicle harness. Pretty simple. Here's a better image of the relay. I zip tied it to one of the screw holes on top of another screw that's a 10mm. Pretty simple, nothing to it. And the next step we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the green accessory from the relay. We're going to connect it to the supplied switch harness. I used the butt pin or a butt connector. Just going to connect that right there. We're going to solder it. So this is how it looks with all the connectors. I put a ring because I'm going to ground that to this 10mm right here. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of hard, but it'll work. Okay, there it is. Just zip tie these here, and this is a remaining connector, which is the RCA to the camera. Okay, next wire, we're gonna run this one through inside of the dash, kind of over the steering wheel, and it's gonna come out on this side. I've seen on YouTube that a lot of you guys do it the opposite way, but I find it easier to just drop something rather than trying to force it up because you're using your arm as an extra leverage. Once you run your wire to the front of the vehicle, just plug this bad boy here, and you can pretty much assemble the dash or the stereo back inside. So again, to put the dash back in, just kind of press it in and go ahead and re-screw the 4 10mm bolts using a 10mm inch socket. Use a small ratchet, kind of works. Then go ahead and grab your dash, your plastic cover, and so now you can see it. Just kind of press it in, back in place. And there you have it. The front is set up. And now we can just continue to the back and, excuse the mess, let me grab this cable and route this to the front of the vehicle and then connect the camera, and that should be it. Pretty simple. Next step you're gonna do, go ahead and behind the firewall, this carpet, I don't know if you can see it, just kind of move it backwards, press it in, and then you can start pulling the wire, which is the video, out, and you should be able to see it. Try to get a better image right there. There you go. And you can just start pulling and it starts coming out. Yeah, there you go. Now this will connect to the camera once we have it set up, which we're gonna kind of put from the back, and I'll show you guys in the next part. Next step is to locate where you want to mount the camera. In this case, I decided to do it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill the hole and see what happens. So here's the hole. We're gonna go ahead and pass the wire through, and that should get it out. There you go. So if you use a 10mm ratchet and you remove this ground, it'll ease up the process to connect the ground of the computer. You can connect it there. To connect the power from the camera, you're gonna go ahead and take off the fuse panel box on top, and you're gonna take off the fuse puller. You're gonna go 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop this baby out. Sorry, it's a little tight. And then what I like to do, you go ahead and put that little guy in there, and then you're gonna put the fuse back in. You could add a fuser or add a fuse, something like that, but I don't have one, so I'm improvising for now. But that should do the trick, and that should give power when I turn on the key to ignition and vehicle on. I believe that's the fuel pump 10 fuse amp, if I'm not mistaken. It's an EFI main. Next step, go ahead and grab your RCA video for the camera and the wire that we ran through the firewall. Just plug them in. You might be wondering what this wire is for. I checked the notes and looked that it wasn't needed, so you can cut it off or you can do whatever you want with it, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. So again, this is for 2019 or 2016-2019 Toyota Tacoma. And last but not least is gonna be the black connector from the harness and the plug. It usually has a little indentation so you can tell how it goes in. And go ahead and just put that in. And there you have it. Let's go ahead and give it a try. What I did, because I didn't want to make a hole in the truck, I just took off this clip or this, I guess USB connector. I took it off my truck. I don't really use it, so I don't see a need of it. And that's where I'm going to be putting the new front and rear camera bypass switch. As you guys can see, there's my switch. And if I go ahead and I put the front camera on, there you go, you can see it. And the rear, there you go. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I may be able to help you guys answer.